Most people believe wealth begins with money. That belief alone is why they never get it. They wait for permission. They wait for a raise. They wait for a breakthrough. They wait for luck to choose them. But power has never worked that way. Money has never worked that way. Machiavelli understood something most people are too uncomfortable to face. Reality does not reward truth. It rewards perception. And wealth is a form of power built almost entirely on perception. Before the money arrives, the role must already be occupied. Look closely at the people who rise fastest. They don't wait to feel ready. They don't wait to have enough. They don't wait to be validated. They move first. They assume the position before the crown is placed on their head. This is not arrogance. It is strategy. The world is designed to test who believes in themselves strongly enough to move without proof. Those who hesitate are quietly filtered out. Most people are trapped in a loop they don't even see. They say, "When I have money, I'll think differently." But the truth is brutal. You will never have money until you think differently first. Your current lifestyle is not neutral. It is voting every day for the future you will get. How you wake up, how you speak, how you walk into rooms, how you make decisions under pressure, how you treat your time, how you treat your body, how you treat your silence. These are not small things. They are signals. Machiavelli taught that people judge not by what you are, but by what you appear to be. And money follows that same law. The wealthy do not move like they are trying to prove something. They move like they already belong. And here is the uncomfortable truth most people avoid. Opportunity is not fair. It is selective. It selects based on signals. Confidence is a signal. Decisiveness is a signal. Calm under pressure is a signal. Selective attention is a signal. Poverty, on the other hand, is loud. It rushes. It over-explains. It seeks validation. It reacts emotionally. It chases instead of attracts. You cannot think poor and live rich later. The order is fixed. Machiavelli would say this plainly. If you wish to acquire power, you must first appear powerful, even before it is true. This is why so many capable people remain invisible. They have skill, but no presence. Knowledge, but no authority. Ambition, but no posture. They wait to be noticed, instead of positioning themselves to be unavoidable. A millionaire mindset is not about spending money you don't have. It's about discipline before reward. It's about control before comfort. It's about long-term dominance over short-term relief. Most people sabotage themselves because they confuse comfort with happiness. Machiavelli would call this weakness. Comfort dulls urgency. Comfort erodes hunger. Comfort makes you predictable. The future does not belong to the comfortable. It belongs to the composed. Notice how the truly powerful conserve energy. They speak less. They choose carefully. They do not rush to explain themselves. They understand something deeply psychological. Whoever reacts first loses. Living like a millionaire begins with restraint, not indulgence. Restraint in speech. Restraint in emotion. Restraint in revealing plans too early. Restraint in choosing battles. Poor thinking says, "Let me show you who I am." Rich thinking says, "Let me show you what you need to see." This is not deception. This is mastery of social reality. Machiavelli never advocated morality for its own sake. He advocated effectiveness. And effectiveness requires understanding human nature as it is, not as we wish it to be. People trust confidence before competence. They follow certainty before truth. They invest in those who appear already successful. This is why acting like a millionaire is not fake. It is foundational. You don't wait to become disciplined. You act disciplined, and discipline becomes your identity. You don't wait to feel powerful. You move with control, and power follows. You don't wait for respect. You behave in ways that command it. Identity precedes outcome. Your environment is either reinforcing your future or anchoring you to your past. Every object you tolerate, every habit you excuse, every distraction you normalize, it all sends a message to your nervous system about what you believe you deserve. Machiavelli would warn you here. People rise or fall first in private, long before it becomes public. Your private standards determine your public ceiling. How you treat your time when no one is watching. How you prepare when there is no applause. How you hold yourself when there is no reward yet. The wealthy understand delayed gratification not as sacrifice, but as leverage. They invest energy where it compounds. They ignore what gives short pleasure but long weakness. Most people live in emotional reaction mode. They chase motivation. They chase inspiration. They chase external pushes. A millionaire mindset is internally governed. It does not require permission. Machiavelli would say, "He who depends on fortune will always fear its absence." So you build systems, you build routines, you build discipline so strong that emotion becomes irrelevant. This is why living like a millionaire starts with structure, not money. Structure in your mornings, structure in your priorities, structure in your consumption of food, of media, of attention. Chaos feels free, but it keeps you small. Structure feels restrictive, but it multiplies power. Notice how the powerful are never everywhere. They are selective. They are intentional. They understand scarcity increases value, even in presence. Your attention is currency. Spend it like you're already rich. Stop giving it away to drama, to arguments that lead nowhere, to people who drain without adding. Machiavelli believed alliances should be strategic, not emotional. The same applies to your circle. If everyone around you thinks small, reacts fast, complains often, and avoids responsibility, your rise will be resisted silently, not because they hate you, but because your growth threatens their identity. So you must learn to move quietly, upgrade internally before announcing externally. The millionaire lives ahead of their results. They do not ask, "Can I afford this?" They ask, "Does this align with the person I am becoming?" This applies to habits more than purchases. Does staying up late scrolling align with power? Does constant complaining align with leadership? Does avoiding discomfort align with dominance? Every answer shapes your future. Machiavelli understood that self-mastery is the first conquest. Without it, external victories collapse. If you cannot control your impulses, money will amplify your chaos. If you cannot control your emotions, power will expose your weakness. This is why most people who get sudden money lose it. They upgraded income before upgrading identity. The role was never filled. Acting like a millionaire means you stop outsourcing responsibility. No more blaming the economy. No more blaming timing. No more blaming others. Responsibility is heavy. And that's why most people avoid it. But responsibility is also freedom. Once you accept that everything in your life is your domain, your leverage increases instantly. Machiavelli would say that rulers fall not from lack of strength, but from lack of foresight. You train foresight by thinking in years, not days. By asking, what does this decision create over time? Emotion wants relief now. Power wants advantage later. The millionaire always chooses later. They understand that patience is not passive. It is aggressive self-control. And self-control is intimidating. People sense it. They respect it. They follow it. You don't need to announce ambition. Your discipline will speak louder than words. Your calm will unsettle insecure people. Your consistency will intimidate lazy ones. This is the cost of becoming different. Machiavelli would not comfort you here. He would warn you. As you rise, resistance increases. But so does influence. And influence is the true currency behind money. If you can influence outcomes, money becomes a side effect. So you begin now. Not when the bank account changes. Now. You refine how you speak. You eliminate sloppy habits. You stop explaining yourself unnecessarily. You choose silence when others overshare. You live as if your future self is already watching, because it is. This is how power is built invisibly. This is how wealth begins before it arrives. And once the identity is solid, the money has no choice but to follow. Most people never realize the moment they lose the game. It's not when they fail. It's when they negotiate with their standards. The first compromise feels harmless. Skipping discipline just this once, lowering expectations for now, tolerating habits that quietly erode self-respect. Machiavelli would say corruption never arrives loudly. It enters politely. Powerful people guard their standards the way others guard money, because standards create momentum, and momentum is harder to stop than any obstacle. Acting like a millionaire means you stop bargaining with weakness. You don't ask how you feel. You ask what must be done. Emotion is weather. Discipline is climate. The wealthy do not wait for clarity. They create it through action. They move decisively, then adjust. Indecision is far more expensive than mistakes. Machiavelli warned that hesitation invites takeover. In life, hesitation allows others to write your story for you. If you don't define yourself, society will assign you a role. And it will be small. Most people live reactively. They wake up responding to messages, to news, to other people's priorities. A millionaire lives offensively. They decide the day before it begins. They control inputs before outputs. What you consume shapes what you tolerate. What you tolerate shapes who you become. This is why acting rich begins with eliminating noise. Noise in media. Noise in conversations. Noise in unnecessary explanations. Silence sharpens authority. Machiavelli understood that mystery amplifies power. The more predictable you are, the easier you are to manipulate. The wealthy reveal less and observe more. They let others speak themselves into disadvantage. They listen not to respond, but to understand leverage. You do not need to dominate every room. You only need to be the most grounded person in it. Calm is intimidating. People sense when someone is not desperate for approval, when someone does not need validation, when someone is not afraid to walk away. This is why acting like a millionaire changes how others treat you long before money appears. You are offered better opportunities. You are spoken to with more respect. You are trusted with responsibility. Not because you asked, but because you signaled readiness. Machiavelli would remind you that reputation is built faster than reality. And once reputation is established, reality chases it. So you curate perception intentionally, not through lies, through alignment. You dress with intention. You speak with precision. You move with purpose. Everything you do either reinforces authority or erodes it. There is no neutral behavior. A millionaire mindset rejects victim language. No, I can't. No, it's not fair. No, maybe someday. Those phrases weaken posture. Powerful people speak in decisions, not excuses. They don't say, "I'll try." They say, "I will," or they say nothing. Machiavelli knew words shape reality. What you repeat becomes your identity. So you choose your language carefully. Not optimistic, strategic. Acting rich also means understanding delayed visibility. You will outgrow people quietly before they notice. You will be misunderstood while building. You will be doubted before being undeniable. This is the price of becoming dangerous in a world that prefers predictable. Do not explain the process to those who won't be present for the result. Silence protects momentum. The millionaire does not seek consensus. Consensus is slow. Leadership is lonely. Machiavelli wrote that a ruler must learn to stand alone without trembling. So must you. There will be moments where discipline isolates you, where restraint feels unrewarded, where progress feels invisible. This is where most people quit. Not because it's hard, but because there is no applause yet. But power grows best in the dark. The roots strengthen underground before anything shows above the surface. Acting like a millionaire means you trust the process without emotional confirmation. You measure progress internally before externally. Did you keep your word to yourself? Did you maintain composure under pressure? Did you act according to long-term advantage? These are real wins. Money follows those wins eventually. Machiavelli would caution you here. Never confuse motion with progress. Busy people feel productive. Effective people are selective. You don't need more effort. You need better direction. The wealthy choose leverage over labor. They ask, what action multiplies results? What habit compounds quietly? What skill increases control? Then they focus ruthlessly. Acting like a millionaire requires saying no more than yes. No to distractions. No to draining relationships. No to comfort disguised as happiness. Every no strengthens identity. Every boundary reinforces power. You are not becoming cold. You are becoming precise. Machiavelli understood that mercy without wisdom invites exploitation. So does generosity without standards. You give selectively. You trust cautiously. You invest deliberately. This protects energy. And energy is the real currency behind wealth. Without energy, money means nothing. Without clarity, opportunity is wasted. The millionaire guards sleep, guards health, guards focus. They know burnout is not honorable. It's inefficient. Consistency beats intensity every time. Small disciplined actions, repeated daily, outperform bursts of motivation. This is how ordinary people become extraordinary quietly. Acting rich also means preparing for responsibility before it arrives. Money magnifies character. Power exposes weakness. If chaos lives inside you, success will make it louder. So you train now. You train emotional control. You train patience. You train decision-making under stress. So when opportunity comes, you are already shaped to hold it. Machiavelli would say fortune favors the prepared ruler, not the hopeful one. You do not chase money. You build a structure that attracts it. You become reliable. You become composed. You become someone outcomes depend on. Money flows toward certainty, toward control, toward those who appear inevitable. And one day, without warning, something shifts. People stop questioning you. Doors open faster. Opportunities arrive with less friction, not because you changed, but because the world finally caught up to who you already became. This is the paradox most never understand. By the time money arrives, you no longer need it to feel powerful. You already live like the person who deserves it. And that is why it stays. That is why it multiplies. That is why acting like a millionaire before becoming one is not pretending. It is preparation. It is positioning. It is destiny shaped through discipline. And once the role is fully occupied, the title cannot be denied.